Hello everybody and welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. I'm really excited for this one. This is a great deck. So what you have is Kitty Pryde Mr. Negative. And it kind of looks like, you know, why would you put Kitty Pryde in Mr. Negative deck? But I think it actually makes a lot of sense. Very rarely do you play Mr. Negative on 4. And games where you take Mr. Negative on 4, it really doesn't matter that you have Kitty Pryde in your deck, because Mr. Negative on 4 is just so good, right? Or sorry, Mr. Negative on 3 is so good. You can only get Mr. Negative on 3 with Psylocke, and you still have like all the other good cards you basically played in the Mr. Negative deck before, but now you have Kitty Pryde as a payoff, where you have so many turns with just awkward mana, where you can do really powerful things. So like Bast is just a really good card with all of these cards you already played in Mr. Negative, but now you can play it with Kitty Pryde, which is also really good. So you have like Angela, Hitmonkey, Kitty Pryde, which are just 3 cards you want to play together. Bishop you also want to play with these cards. All of these cards just go with Kitty Pryde, but they also have just been played in Mr. Negative for a while because they're just like good cards in Mr. Negative, right? And what I cut for them are cards that I just don't really think are that good, like Ironheart and Sarah. Sarah is good, but Sarah was really good in the turns where you didn't draw Mr. Negative because you could Psylocke out Sarah to kind of like replace not having Mr. Negative, where you could still play like, I don't know, like Iron Man and Mystique on turn 6 when you don't have, you know, Magik and you don't have Mr. Negative. But now you just have another angle of attack with Kitty Pryde, and you also just have like a lot of these cards that end up costing 0 or 1 energy when you Mr. Negative. When you also draw Kitty Pryde off of Mr. Negative, it's still a good card. Like as long as you don't draw it on exactly the last turn of the game, then you have a 0 energy, gains 2 power every turn you play it, that synergizes with Angela and Bishop. It's really good, actually. Like, because you just end up, like, if you play Mr. Negative on 3 or 4, and you have Magik, if you draw Kitty Pryde as your first card, you just have like a 0/5 on the last turn of the game, which triggers Angela, Hitmonkey, and Bishop. It is definitely like, it's like actually good. You know, Bast is just already really good with this deck. It kind of just like plays all of the good cards you were doing before. Like this was kind of just, in my opinion, the best Mr. Negative deck before, because it had good games when you don't have Mr. Negative, and now you just still have good games when you don't have Mr. Negative, right? Because Kitty Pryde is just a good card. And a lot of the times when you didn't have Mr. Negative, why Sarah was good is because like on turn 4 or 5, you could like set up to actually play some cards. Kitty Pryde is just good any game where you can't really do anything. Like you can play Angela turn 2, you can play Bast turn 1 or turn 2. But other than that, you can't really do anything. Like, you don't want to ramp out a Psylocke blindly. You want to ramp out a Psylocke into, like, a target, right? Like, I want to ramp my Psylocke into Magik, so I can, like, play Magik early, potentially still draw Mr. Negative, and it's not so bad, or I'm playing Mr. Negative on 5. But with Kitty Pryde, like, it's like, oh, I drew Kitty Pryde. I have Mr. Negative for 4, but I don't have Bishop, I don't have Angela. Like, I can't really do anything. I have, you know, 4 or 5 drops in my hand. I have Valkyrie, Magik, Blue Marble, Iron Man in my hand, which I had those cards in my hand with Kitty Pryde, and I won because I had Kitty Pryde, right? It's just like legitimately good. Like you're just playing Kitty Pryde with all of these other cards that you were good with Mr. Negative before, but now they have a better, more consistent kind of outcome with Kitty Pryde. I don't snap once I'm in Infinite. I didn't really snap in this footage, but I gain cubes with a Mr. Negative deck without snapping or retreating properly, which just doesn't really happen. Obviously it's a low sample size, you know, like I'm recording games for footage, but I genuinely think there's some sauce to this deck. I hope you guys enjoy. Please give it a try and tell me what you think. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon for another Marvel Snap video. Oh, this hand's so good. Do we snap? I don't want to ruin the footage, man. That's the worst part about Infinite, man. It's like, I don't want to ruin my footage by snapping, but this hand is so good. Off to a great start. ¿Qué pasa? This is very much a real game, though. This is not over. This is very much a real game. Oh, jeez. Ah, jeez, Rick. I don't know what to do. I think I gotta get rid of Elysium. Yeah, I gotta get rid of Elysium. Almost for sure. Now for sure, but before it was kind of debatable. Like, free Kitty Pryde, great and all. Oh no, why did I draw you this turn? I just wouldn't be myself, Chad, if I didn't greed. I just wouldn't be myself if I didn't greed. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's true, though. One Valkyrie and their whole kingdom is gone, though. So. Okay. Alright, now I'm getting rid of this for real. For real, for real. Oh, maybe I should have played Kitty Pryde middle. I don't think it makes a huge difference, though, honestly. But maybe I should have played Kitty Pryde middle. Just for the sake of everything. Since Iron Man costs so much, I am going to play him this turn. Did I play him in a different location? No, he's pretty good here. Let me figure out the rest. Chavez. So they have Hitmonkey and Double Demon in their hand. I think they're giving me middle. Okay, Valkyrie's a great draw, obviously. So Valkyrie here, like this. This is probably just winning, objectively speaking. And I go here. I mean, this is... Huh. They're going to have demons here, so I can't. It's better to go here. It might be better to go here in case of demons, actually. And I think they just avoid middle. They do just avoid it middle mostly. Alright, that was a sick first game. I'm gonna be honest. That was a sick first game. Wait, I mean, what more can you want? That was awesome for a first game. Okay. Goddamn. I'm already texting my thumbnail guy. I'm already gonna text my artist about this deck. This deck's fire. I don't care, man. Yeah, damn. That's actually not that good, but it's so cool. Kind of game where you'd snap, but obviously you don't have to. Lockjaw, what? I don't know what that means. There's a chance they like storm bar with no name or something, so we're just kind of playing it careful. Shang-Chi. Ah, of course, Thanos. I think I just pull trig on this. I mean, like, there's so many worlds where they just like Reality Stone Limbo, where I'm just gonna make a second Limbo. Feels a lot safer. I know they have to choose between Limbo and Bar with No Name for where to get rid of, you know, like, it's kind of complicated for them. Not quite so simple. Leech is a card they could have, so I should keep that in mind. Didn't play Leech this turn. I feel like they probably would have played Leech that turn, though, if they could. So I don't know. They do snap. Oh, okay. So they 100% have Reality Stone. I think there's like a 0% chance they don't. Like actually 0% chance that they don't. So we're gonna do this and call it a day. %. Yeah. Almost all three, too, chat. Actually, almost all three. This is sick. Part of me is thinking just... I mean, curving out Mr. Negative is obviously really good. We want to do that. Can I just jam a bishop here? Location's actually pretty bad for us too, which is really poopy. Poopy stinky. I guess I can IO of silence this, so it's not all bad. I mean, this is actually pretty good too. I don't really want Angela there, do I, though? No, I don't, because Angela triggers so much off of stuff. Huh. Oh, just Beast. I guess they just thought I wasn't playing to it. Well, I kind of punk them. I kind of feel like Isle of Silence is the one I'm avoiding, honestly. I have Kitty Pryde and I have Hit Monkey. I can kind of just play to it. Not that worried. I can Valkyrie it too. Like that's basically my thought process. Is I can play the ongoings in other locations, and then just like Kitty Pryde or something there. I think they are. I think they're Deadpool. Most likely. So like Armanzola is a card that they could get me with. But I mostly think I'm fine. Am I passing this turn? I'll tell you what I can do. I can play Iron Man here, and this doesn't change anything. It'll tie here. I kind of want them to keep priority. I can still double spell. Like anything I draw except Valkyrie I can cast, but I might not need Valkyrie. If I'm just playing for these two. Yeah, I kind of like not playing it. Just because then I think I can win. I think I need them to have priority so I don't get like silenced or something too. Just Chavez? Okay. Fast. So now I can play all of my cards but one, and it's just what cards do I want to play. Armanzola is really bad for them, so I don't think they're Armanzolaing me. Like, this is probably just winning here, right? And I want to win the bishop path is the thing. I think I have to win the bishop location. This just plays for all three. This feels like the safest. I know Iron Man, like, guarantees this win, but I'm adding so many stats here, too. Like, it's not like I'm not playing for this, right? I see this as being a very safe position. I'm pretty sure I beat Taskmaster. I mean, sometimes you just win playing for all three, right? So like Iron Man would have been fine, but like they look like a Deadpool deck. Like I think this is like Deadpool Venom. So like if my opponent like Armanzola at a 50-50, I would lose, like I would win this location, but I would lose these two, so I kind of wanted to play for all three, and I think that's fine, because like Armanzola is the same as Taskmaster here, they're just like betting it on a 50-50, and I think in Infinite, like my opponent's pretty likely to bet it on a 50-50, where it's like I would lose to Taskmaster here, but I would win to, or sorry, I would lose to Armanzola, because it's like basically the same as Taskmaster, right? But I would have won to Armanzola by playing this line too, right? Because the same stats would have been here, and I won here. They would have had a lot less stats here, and they would have won here. That's my thought process. Three, four, five. Could be worse. Could always be a lot worse. Psylocke. They're out Mr. Negativing me. Maybe I put Bishop into Nowhere, because Nowhere can be kind of hard to play for, and then I play like Mr. Negative here in the vault, and then I Magik here. I kind of like that. They Wong me. Oh, God. It could be so many things. I mean, it could be Hazmat. It could be so much. I guess Hazmat's pretty bad into Valkyrie, right? I'm in a Mr. Negative here because they're playing Wong here, so it's like fine. Gulp. So I gotta say gulp. Zoinks, even. Yeah, definitely just gonna go with that, I think. They are Iron Man. Blue Marvel, good card. I don't want priority, though. I think I'm just jamming this, and I can potentially Blue Marvel. I can Mystique Blue Marvel or Mystique Iron Man, which is good. The Wong is really scary. Ah, okay. That's it? What? Why? What?
I am Iron Man.
Chat, they're not a paid actor. They like just gave me the win though. What? Thank you for making it to the end of my Marvel Snap video. If you liked, I would really appreciate it if you like, subscribed, leave a comment. I also stream on twitch.tv/HomeboyMaxwell, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for checking out my channel.